All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my Insta Live. So let's talk about me first. Like, let me introduce myself first. My name is Arpita Chatterjee, and I have started my career at the age of 19 years, and with a very low profile like telecaller, receptionist, and all. But now I'm working as a business head in overseas education consultant. And this 20 years of journey was phenomenal. So I thought that why not I share my all wisdom and knowledge to others and just do something for humankind. For that, I've taken a proper training from eminent life coaches and for last 2.5 years, and now I become a certified mindset and life coach. And today I have invited a very beautiful and very my dearest friend, and also she is a mindset and manifestation coach, and definitely she has a lot of experience in that. So let's welcome Prachi. Thank you so much, Prachi, for joining my Insta Live. Please share something about you and your achievement that you have done as a coach.
Hey, hi Arpita. Thank you for having me here, and I'm really loving the energy. You have wonderfully said that you were into a career and you became into the life coaching thing. So similarly happened with me. I'm carrying 11 years of good IT experience, and along with I'm a certified life coach. I deal with a difficult mindset. I help people to build a strong mindset and manifest their dream life. As you know, Arpita, that I came from a very small town, and I belong to a very humble family background where girls are not supposed to go out and pursue their professional life. So I set an example for my family and for my younger sisters, my nieces. So they don't have to start from the beginning. So my biggest achievement is building a or maybe discovering a very positive, great mindset for myself that has not only helped me to achieve my professional goals, my financial goals, but also I could set an example for my community, my family. So I feel very happy when I can impact their life and I can help them to guide them for their future life. So
Wow,
yeah.
that's awesome. It's very inspiring also. I always like, it's always inspired, listen to people who are self-made because I'm also self-made, so I always appreciate and I always know that, to become a self-made person is really difficult, right? So, Prachi, today we have taken a topic that is very deep, that is how to beat overthinking and procrastination. Maybe people feel it's a different topic. According to me, it's both are interlinked because but we'll first take one by one. First we'll take about the overthinking. So before you understand that how to beat overthinking, first you need to know that why you are overthinking. That is very important thing because as per me, thinking is good. Like if you are goal oriented, obviously you have to plan, you have to strategize how you have to do, you have to think. But overthinking is all about excessive thinking, and excessive thinking about the past or the future. That exactly is overthinking. So what you think about overthinking?
You correctly said, Arpita. So I just wanted to add one more thing. Whenever we are into a continuous loop of repetitive thinking, and most of the time when these are the negative thoughts, and sometimes it is, as you correctly mentioned, because of our past experiences, and maybe something didn't went go well that time, or maybe we are worrying too much, we are anxious too much about our future thing. So I think, yeah, that build that situation where we often encounter the overthinking. For example, I need to give a presentation at work, and maybe my previous experience was not that great, and maybe that time I fumble a lot, I stumble on the words. So I have that kind of experience or that kind of baggage with me, and because of that, I am instead of taking the action, I'm overthinking a lot, or maybe I have this future anxiety with the result. Ki what if I forget my presentation? What if I'm not delivering well? What if I'm not able to answer the queries which people are asking during this presentation? So maybe that kind of thing, or maybe sometimes we need to take the decision. We have multiple options, and we cannot think about the perfect answer for ourselves. So that perfectionism is also one of the thing which is leading us to do the overthinking.
Very correct. And how to beat overthinking? Like as you say that you already experienced this. So how you overcome this overthinking problem?
So first thing, I think we our brain likes the pleasure, and we like that we are getting into the analysis phase. It's always not great. It's like it's good that we are considering all the possibilities, all the future possibilities, or we are considering our all the past experiences. But sometimes it is an analysis paralysis. So we have to break that loop. Either we need to take up a decision. We have to do some pros and cons technique, and we have to take up a decision, whether it is a bad decision, but take it up so that we can break that loop. Or sometimes we have high expectation from ourselves. We are a kind of perfectionism person, so we feel that maybe we are not good enough into this situation. We are not able to handle the thing, or we have fear of failure. So that time we go into this overthinking kind of mode. So better to drop that perfectionism, and I would suggest better go with the progress over the perfectionism.
Yes, very true. Well said, actually. You are. Perfectionism is also one of the major problem. And I think the most important thing what I have felt in my experience, because I have actually experienced this overthinking problem for many years. And what I feel that you have to accept it first of all, that yes, you have this problem. Because, I'll share the story about because I have a lot of childhood traumas in in my very early stage, because when I was studying in third standard, we were three sisters. I'm the youngest one. So my mother told me that my father has not seen my face when I was born because he wanted a girl. Because I was very attached with my father, so I thought that particular day, like I think I was 5 or 6 years old girl, and I have decided I'll make a big decision that I'm a boy, I'm not a girl. So I have to behave like a boy to impress my father. And from that day itself, I started wearing shirt pant, and I started thinking like boy. And there are a lot of time I feel like crying, but I said that no, boy never cry. Boy always smile, always strong. So for that, maybe from childhood, I have not understood, but when I was got older, then I have understood a lot of traumas inside, lot of hurt, lot of pain, lot of traumas, and that gives me a lot of overthinking problem, and I developed that problem unconscious mind. So I believe that sometimes it is like passive, or sometimes it is very active. So sometimes unconsciously also, when you think a lot, and then you even don't understand that you are actually like what I experienced. I have experienced that lot of years I have spent a dual life, not like one life. So, but when I accepted that this is my problem, I need help. So I have to ask help. So for that, I have started journey of self development. Like I have always have an anger issue because of this overthinking. And once I been in this self development journey, I've taken help from the mentors, and then I have actually processed my all emotions. So I believe that the root cause for overthinking is that you are very, very, I can say that you are holding lot of bad emotion, lot of grudges,
True.
and you have to work on yourself rather than superficial level. You have to work deeply about your emotion to release it. There are a lot of technique that is very required to release your emotion. What do you think, Prachi? As you are also in a coaching industry, and now you're coaching, of course, you also take some kind of coaching. So what do you think? Do you really feel the overthinking is a deep reason, or is it a superficial thing?
I think it's a deep reason, as you correctly mentioned, our past traumas, and if they are not healed, I think that time it takes a lot of time and courage to, come make some decision or get into the action. So, of course, it is not at the surface level. It is a very deep, and if somebody wants to, overcome that these things, then we have to clean out our all the past traumas and all the past. We don't need to take the reference of our past experiences in order to do anything or be anybody.
True. And there are a lot of healing process that we all need to do, like, a Ho'oponopono process, or the journaling process, that we have to write some letter, and that's like we all seen the Jab We Met picture, right? There was very beautifully they have saying that, whatever your emotion you have to pour on your paper, or just burn on whatever. So you have to release that emotion. That is very important. So then next is procrastination. Procrastination means delay. So what I feel that when you are overthinking, when you're not focused on your present life, and when you are not enjoying your present life, or like maybe one of the reasons is perfectionism that you have already told, that these two reasons, perfectionism and not enjoying the work, that gives that gives me this that gives us this habit of procrastination, the delay of the certain thing. What do you think about procrastination? Why you are doing procrastinating?
I think, as you correctly mentioned, that it's a lack of focus, and but more than that, I feel that it's a fear of failure. Sometimes we don't take up the task, or we don't delve into anything immediately because either we don't consider it as a priority, or we consider it as a very big, and your self inner critic talks to you. You know, you are not good enough, you can't do this right now, and you have so many other things at the plate. So I think that is also one of the reason, and also our brain is wired in a way where our brain seeks for the pleasure, immediate gratification. So जब भी कोई बहुत एक बड़ा task आता है, or maybe something is very important, we get into that shell that I can't do this right now, and our maybe I need some more time, or maybe let's get into some other thing after this I'll be doing. For example, I need to clean my house, and I know it's a big task. I'll get into the immediate gratification. Well, I'll watch some Netflix movie or something. I'll call to a friend, and I'll just try to avoid that because I have this great anxiety that I have to do this big task, and it will take a lot of time. So before that, let me do some pleasurable thing. So this is
True, very true. I
what
have,
I feel
yeah.
about procrastination.
Yeah, very true. Very true. I have read one book, Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. And they also said in that book also it's mentioned that, first you have to eat the big frog, like we eat the, do that task which is very, very difficult. But generally we are always into that task which is very easy. So do you recommend any kind of book that can help to, overcome this kind of issues of overthinking or procrastination?
Actually, the Eat That Frog is also one of my favorite book, and they have beautifully mentioned how to eat the biggest frog at first, and maintain a to-do list, and where we can, finish our first priority work. So that is the only thing coming into my mind right now. And apart from
True.
that, I think I have two techniques which I consider if we wanted to work on our procrastination. There's a Pomodoro technique of 25 second timer thing, and there is one more 5 second Marifolio, Mel's rule, 5 second rule, right? So these two
What
things,
is
if
all
we are
about?
considering, I think, yeah.
So what is all
This is
about?
about
Just
this is
share
about the
something
time
more.
management. If we are feeling very anxious about something, so we have this 5 second rule, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I have to get into without having any other thoughts. So this is
Okay,
how we can manage
that's
our time.
wonderful. That's wonderful. And then one thing I feel that, one is the major reason that I felt in my experience in my life about the procrastination is like when I was in school. Of course, I never enjoyed studying. I was more into extracurricular activities, the music and all. So last moment study always give me kick. Like, last like exam se 2 दिन पहले जो पढ़ाई करना एकदम, because deadline is there. So that is also happened that procrastination, maybe we are enjoying that last moment, that जब deadline के close आता है तो एक kick मिलती है, एक thrill मिलती है कुछ करने का, वो मजा आता है, challenging लगती है. That is also one of the reason I believe that procrastination, that people are making delay. No?
True. And Arpita, I think this procrastination word is highly overrated. Sometimes, we just curse ourselves. We are very unkind to ourselves that, we are not meeting the deadlines. We are not being very proactive, very productive. But sometimes, yeah, it's like it's good to take the rest. And whenever our divine portal needs to open, it will open. As you mentioned wonderfully, that 2 days before the exam, you are getting everything. So similarly with the life also, when something has to happen. Of course, we need to plan our future, but the download which has to come at a time, it will come at a specific time. So yeah, it's a divine delay. It's not a procrastination.
Wow, that's beautifully you have make the things, the negative thing in a positive way. Wow, that's beautiful. Okay, I would like to thank all those who have joined us in our live. And if you have any question, please feel free to ask more questions so that we both can help you to give the best possible answer. So we have already have few questions, I believe. Okay, so I think parents life coaching, Anjali is saying nice insight into overthinking. Thank you so much, Anjali. Then Priya is asking, can you explain it again? Priya, what do you want to explain us again? If you can give us, very clarity. And what is that
I
five
think
thing?
I think
Uh,
she's talking about the 5 second rule of Mel Robin, which I talked about.
okay,
So,
okay,
Priya, there is one rule by Mel Robin, and she takes things into the 5 seconds. See, we have our inner voice, inner self-critic, and also we have some intuitions, right? So, whenever we get into some uncomfortable situation, whenever we come out from our comfort zone, so our brain always indicate us because our brain is designed in a way so that we can survive better. So whenever any uncomfortable, unfavorable situations comes in, our brain says stop, don't do that. So what Mel Robbins says is, try this 5 second technique. If I need to take a cold water shower and my brain is saying no, don't do it. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll jump into that without even considering a second thought into my head. So this is how Miss like with the big goals or anything which you are not comfortable. Maybe for this, we can consider this life. If I don't wanted to do it, I've just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I got into the room. So hope that makes sense, Priya.
okay. So what you are trying to say is that, practice makes a man perfect. It is also like you have to set your mind that, okay, I need to do it, and then you have to repeatedly. And when you, and even science also said that, at least if you want to change your any kind of habit, bad habit to good habit, at least 21 days minimum and maximum 40 days you have to do regularly. So that's a very good approach that you have said that, instantly you can just jump into it, and then regularly you can do that, then definitely it will help, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Prachi, now we'll go some deep, like overthinking, of course, is a basic thing. Like, initially maybe we feel that we are healthy, you are just overthinking, everyone is saying. But that subconscious mind, when you think more, that creates the depression, anxiety, and even in a more acute level, some, psychiatric problem also we are facing. So what is the root cause? What do you feel that, how we need to, because this thought is something that it's a normal, like everyone is thinking every time. Like, we I think 360 million thoughts every day we're thinking or something like that. So what is the root cause? How you have to beat this very root level?
So, Arpita, first thing is, yeah, of course, we have so many thoughts coming, and of course, our brain all the time it's running, right? So, so many thoughts are coming. Sometimes the past story, and most of the time, if we are attached with any thought, for example, somebody has hurted me, and I am very much attached with this thought, then it will come as a loop, repetitive into my mind. So, this is my see. So, this is like an emotion which is triggering into my head. So, the root cause is I need to cut down, I need to shut that cord of hurt emotion, and I need to bring a different positive story. You know what? This has happened. The person has done this to me. Maybe he or she is not into a great mood, or maybe she doesn't know better to express this, and it is not for me. In general, her or his nature is like that. It's not specifically for me. So maybe we need to cut the cord of that particular emotion, so that would I consider as a main root cause to stop the overthinking. And once we are good with the thought, that was not intentional and I am not feeling hurt, and maybe we can go into the different emotion. If I'm feeling hurt, if I am going into a different emotion, suddenly I started playing uh, a playlist of music which is pumping me up, and it is helping me to come out from that hurt to a calm situation or relaxing music I'm listening. So I'm cutting the cord of this emotion and I'm going into a better, pleasurable mode of emotion. And by this, I think we can overcome this overthinking. So that is the main thing. We need to remove that particular emotion which is causing us to get into a loop, or which is letting us to stuck into a particular emotion cycle.
Yes, that's absolutely right. And I think concentration is also very important. Lot of time, but I feel that it's not, because every human being perception is different than others, right? Like if any
Yeah.
event happen, like let's say like E plus, E plus R is equal to O. Like event is not in our hand, but how you respond that event, that gives us outcome. Like obviously, if we are talking something, maybe in general way, in a positive way, you have given me some sarcastic comment. So now I have not been hurt because of your word, but because of my own perception and own thinking. So generally, people are always have confusion. They always, because of this person hurt me, because of this person my life becomes, I was spoiled my life. Because of this, we always give doing a blame game. Like if I give my own example, from childhood, obviously I don't know what happened, like that traumas happened, but in the long years also I have blamed my parents, that because of them, I was, a lot of thing, I was thinking wrong. But my parents are not wrong. My parents have given me the best, brought up best thing. But it's my thought process that I thought a lot of bad thinking about my parents, rather than talking them very openly. So I think talking, discussion is very, very important. Conversation is also very important. There are a lot of time in office also, like we know we all face the toxicity, toxic environment, politics, and thing. But we never believe in confront the person. We never believe in talk to the person. Like in home also, with a husband-wife relation also, because we have always have this conditioning, we always have this mindset that okay, ये तो होता ही है, ये तो है ही, we have to बर्दाश्त करना ही पड़ेगा. क्यों बर्दाश्त करना पड़ेगा? Like especially the girls, ladies, like we have a brought up like that, that you have to compromise, you have to do. But why? Why not we can speak it out? Why not we can talk and we can get some solution, rather than developing the negative thought and ऊपर से स्माइल करते हैं, ऊपर से जो स्ट्रांग बनते हैं, कॉन्फिडेंट बनते हैं हम लोग, और अंदर ही अंदर हम घुटते हैं. So why this dual life? Why not we can speak it out? Why not we can just rather than एक दिन suddenly एक दिन volcano होगा, उससे अच्छा we can talk to that person, confront that person, and we can sort out. Don't you think it is really very difficult to confront and sort out the things?
I think sometimes people are very much overwhelmed with the idea of, confronting somebody, and they don't, they want to express, but they don't know how to put it into the words, which is, more into accepting way. So I think setting a healthy boundaries is a very important thing here. So I think everybody should learn how to set the healthy boundary instead of overthinking or dwelling on some thoughts which is given by some other person. So instead of, as you mentioned very wonderfully that इतना सारा बड़ा करके volcano बनाना है. So instead of going into that situation, better जब भी वो आ रहा है, clean it out. Speak it out, clean
Hmm.
your brain, and move forward to the further target or the passion project you have. Because इतना दिमाग में रखेंगे, we have like limited memory into our brain, right? So इतना सब कुछ रखेंगे negative. So again, it will uh, it will impact into our work. So better to remove or like clear all the things, all the past traumas. किसी ने भी hurt किया है सब कुछ. And like the one thing we can do, and sometime choose your battle wise. अगर पता ही है कि सामने वाला नहीं सुनेगा आपका, that person doesn't have the capability to grab the thing which you wanted to tell, so better to completely disconnect, or if you are not able to disconnect, reduce that kind of interaction.
ट्रू. तो बिल्कुल सही सही कहा आपने. एक कहावत भी है ना, दैट खाली दिमाग शैतान का घर. So whenever we are idle, we always think very wrong thinking. So it's very important that should have some goal. We should have some target in our life, purpose in our life. Like, we have to achieve this. And when you have purpose, then automatically we are focused on that goal, and this kind of thought process will automatically go out. And second thing is very beautifully you say that accept the person as you are, rather than a lot of time but you say that they don't have that kind of upbringing or conditioning that they can understand you more better, because सबके साथ tuning नहीं बैठती. Like obviously with everyone we don't have that connection, that bonding, that we can express our feeling also. That is also true. So in that case, instead of brooding, instead of blaming, better to bless, better to start blessing everyone, better to think good about everyone and clean your energy. When you clean your energy, when you let go, letting go is very, very important for removing this overthinking problem or procrastination. Once like if you are free yourself, like with all these grudges and all this hurt, then automatically you feel free. And for that, I think very important is that you have to know how to align your mind, body, and soul. So you have to work on yourself. The mirror activity is also very important. Have you done mirror activity? Doing mirror activity?
Of course, I think everybody who is into the journey of self-transformation, they have to develop a
Hmm.
tendency of self-love or liking themselves more. So I think mirror technique is a wonderful technique, and also it is very much helpful not only for the self-love. Also, if sometimes we are not able to speak up our mind to people who are higher into the authority, or maybe the toxic people or the negative people, narcissist people, if we can't express. So, but we need to let go that emotion somewhere, right? So if we are speaking in front of the mirror, visualizing the ideal situation where you are sending the blessings or your anger, and you're ultimately thinking, okay, I have told to this person this, and the person is accepting the mistakes, and they are being sorry. So that kind of thing you can do via mirror exercise and feel good about yourself and let go of that particular event which happened into your life and move forward.
True. As you already in the IT field, I know that in organization, any corporate world, there are a lot of this kind of politics and all. Have you experienced ever in your life about this kind of people dealing with this kind of toxic people in your life, and how to have you experienced this, and have you experienced like how to overcome this and thing? If you share, it would be good.
Arpita, I was very fortunate that I always work with the wonderful people, wonderful managers, wonderful team. So I never, means like individually, I never encountered this kind of politics or this kind of situation. And also, as we are in the journey of the self transformation, so maybe because of that, I don't feel that something is happening wrong, because we have direct connection with the supreme power, and we have the
Yeah.
proper mindset. We can consider everything as an opportunity, and even though something is not going well, we can come back, bounce back, and we can set the boundaries. So I think that is something, maybe as we are a coach, I never felt in that way, but yeah, it's like this thing happened, but I think everything is possible to handle with a strong boundaries and a proper mindset.
Yeah, absolutely true. And I have experienced, and I have experienced both the thing. You rightly said, when you are into this your self-development journey, or when you're focusing on yourself only, when you're working on yourself, or you wanted to be best version of yourself, then automatically there'll be you automatically you don't feel any kind of problem, any kind of you even feel if you get so many good people around you, you manifesting the good people in your life rather than bad people. So I can experience, because earlier when I was not in self-development, journey, I manifested only the bad people who always hurt me and all that thing. But now when I was, for last 2.5 years, I was this journey, then obviously I manifested good people who are helping me. And definitely you beautifully said the divine, power. Because, when you are connecting with the supreme power, like, then automatically this kind of, we feel that, they all are playing their role. We accept them as like they are playing a role. Like, my mentor has taught a very good, technique like light camera action. Like, whenever you have any kind of bad people in your life, who are just talking and just thinking in your mind, light camera action. They are just acting. They are doing acting. They are playing a role. So don't think that they are talking, they are hurting you. That's the role they are playing. Like same like cinema artists who are like villains are playing their role and all. So that is very good technique. So this kind of, this right mentor, I believe is very, very important. That people, there are a lot of people who feel that, जिनका कुछ problem होता है वही, life coaches में जाते हैं, mindset coach को, contact करते हैं. I actually don't agree with that. I believe even if you are doing good in your life, then also you have to choose some coaches, right coaches, so that they will handhold you in your life, and they will, even अगर आपको सब कुछ ठीक है, if you choose in your mindset coach or something, they can help you to be more better version of yourself. What do you think about that? Coach is really important. Mentor is really important in your life.
Absolutely, Arpita. Yeah, absolutely. You wonderfully mentioned it's not that ki bichare type ke, or that kind of person only, or who are suffering with some or the other trauma, they only need a life coach. But see, life is all about the purpose. If you are into something, some game, or maybe like if you have some goals and you have already achieved, what next after that? It's a monotonous life, right? you're not getting excited, you're not getting happy about the life. So you should always look for some goals, and in order to achieve your goals, which you feel that that is not into your control, that is not into your capability, or maybe your negative beliefs are coming into the picture and you are not able to take further any step. So in that situation, life coach come into the picture, and they can really handhold and be accountable. Now knowledge is free on the internet. Knowledge is not the thing. Maybe earlier it was a big thing, but now everything is free on the YouTube, free on the chat GPT, right? So life coach is a person who can be accountable for your growth, and with that person, he will measure your progress, and he will make sure, or she will make sure, that you achieve your goal. So I think for that, life coach is very important to handhold or be accountable to make your life the way you have designed for yourself.
Definitely, not only life coach, but the community, the beautiful, the positive community we have. Like, in life, why we have this kind of anxiety, depression, overthinking? Because we are into those kind of environment who are always pulling us down, who always criticize us. We always saying that "मैं तुमसे कुछ नहीं हो सकता, you are good for nothing." And because we are developing this kind of negativity in us, that's why we forget to do self love. We forget to do we actually don't understand our hidden talent and all. But when you are in this kind of positive community, you must agree with that. The way we have so much good positive community we have, and so much, we are helping each other as a community member. That's a beautiful thing, and that I think everyone should get some kind of positive community. What do you think?
Yeah, of course. You wonderfully mentioned that environment is more important than the motivation or the skill set. So, of course, those are also important. But if the environment, everybody in your group is achieving 10 lakhs per month, or maybe they are having a fit body, if out of 10 people, if 7 are doing that, of course, you are being motivated because you are into that kind of environment.
Wonderful. So, Prachi, I believe we have explained everything. So, if we are going to conclude this live of these two problems, that's the major problem about overthinking and procrastination. What I feel the conclusion is, first of all, accept it that yes, we have this problem. Most of the time, we are not accepting it. We think it's a natural. No, it's not natural. Thinking is natural, but excessive thinking is not natural. So, first of all, you have to accept it and you have to work on it. You have to take help from others that who has already overcome from this problem. It should not, you should not contact that time when it is already delayed. क्योंकि जब आपका overthinking problem बहुत psychiatric problem बन जाता है, then medicine के अलावा कोई solution नहीं है. You have to take medicine. The moment you start taking medicine, lot of side effects happen. Lot of side effects happen. And extreme बहुत कुछ electric shock और ये सब चीजें होती है. Don't गो मतलब इतना मत लूज छोड़ो. जैसे घाव है, एक जख्म है. एग्जैक्टली जैसे आपके घाव है, घाव में अगर थोड़ा सा घाव उसमें ही मलहम लगा दोगे तो वो ठीक हो जाएगा. मगर वो घाव अगर नहीं इग्नोर करते जाओगे, इग्नोर करोगे तो वो जख्म बन जाएगा. और जब इतना जख्म बन जाएगा कभी वो हाथ को भी काटना पड़ेगा. So I believe this is very serious problem, overthinking. So first of all, you have to accept it. Yes, it's a serious problem, and I have to work on myself. And then once you be focused, then procrastination is something which is not very big deal. It's you can easily meet the deadline when you are very clean in your mind, very focused in your mind, and very enjoying your life. Like you are really have that skill that I need to achieve something. This is my goal. My why is very strong. Then automatically you can do that. How you conclude this topic, this both topic? What do you share with our viewers that what they need to do?
Arpita, I think you have wonderfully covered every point, but I just wanted to add one more thing into that. That leave the perfection. Consider yourself, you are making progress over the perfection, and also prioritize your work. And in the manifestation we talk like vocalize, visualize, and actualize. So even though you are finding something very difficult, you are feeling fearful about completing something, and you feel that you don't have time for all those things which you have on the plate, so just be into that situation. As you wonderfully mentioned that some things are coming at their speed only. The download will come as per the timing. So better just be into that zone that everything is done, and take the inspired action for that, and break it down into the smaller pieces if you have a big task to do, and yeah, you will be able to beat
True.
your procrastination wonderfully.
Wonderful, beautiful. You have concluded the thing. Procrastination definitely can be beat by, if you are not perfectionist, you can just 80% also you did something, you can say okay, let it, that's good to go. Not then like things like, let's say like videos. I remember when I started making video for my YouTube channel, I was so perfectionist. I should look good and I should use a good word and a language, and then that day will never come. But once you start, you can switch on your, this camera and say that, okay, whatever you feel, you can speak. And gradually you can, obviously you can improvise yourself, but you have well said that procrastination only happens when you are just waiting for the right moment, right time, right thing. And then you can start, then you can do that. That's true. That's wonderfully. So I believe there's no other question. So if you have any question, you can ask, or otherwise we can wind up. Anything you want to add, which you have missed? Anything that you feel that you need to add? Any of your experience or anything you wanted to add?
I think we have covered a lot, Arpita, and only the thing I wanted to tell to the people who are watching us live, that everything is figure outable, and even though you are not able to make your to-do list 100%, it's okay if you are taking one step ahead. It's not that we have to run into tiger speed. It's okay if we are into a tortoise speed also. So be kind to yourself, and just see your progress. Even though you're not making a big progress, take one step in a day, and definitely one day you will be able to reach where you wanted to reach.
And gratitude. That is also very important
Yep.
thing. Now, Prachi, gratitude is something that changed my life completely because we always crying what you don't have in life. We always crying, and that's the reason this kind of overthinking and this kind of thing has developed because we never gratitude to God that is what we have. We have really have lot of things. If you compare with the people who are not even got anything, but we always compare with people who are always better than us. So we should be gratitude for, there are lot of people who are actually not healthy, actually see like have some problem, but we only see the wrong thing. Like अगर आपने 10 चीज अच्छी है आपके अंदर, अच्छी आपने मिला है, एक चीज गलत मिला, हम वो एक चीज में फोकस करते हैं, हम 10 अच्छी चीज में फोकस नहीं करते. तो that is very important, right, Prachi?
Yes, yes, absolutely. I think everybody has
चलो
their
thank
own purpose, their own journey. So, yeah, we should consider our own speed, and don't compare ourselves to any other's journey. As our mentor, I think somewhere I have heard, or like from our mentor, we have heard that somebody don't compare somebody's 10th step with your first step. So, just be into your own journey, and mark your progress.
True, and always remember, hurt people hurt people. Like, those people who are hurting you, they himself they are hurted. That's why they are hurting you. So don't judge them. Don't have pass on the judgment. They are bad. They are not good. No one is good or bad. Their circumstances make it so. So if when you accept them as it is, that okay, don't judge. Rather than that, bless them. That maybe they are more, bad shape in their life. That's why they are hurting you. So this is also very important thing that when you are actually accepting everyone, right? So thank you so much, Prachi. It was really lovely talking with you. I'm really, feel so good to talking with you, and all the best for your career. You're doing a great job. I wish that you can get a lot of success and lot of, you'll get everything in your life that you desire and deserve for that. I know that you deserve a lot.
Thank you so much, Arpita. Thank you so much for inviting me. And I really hope that we were able to add. And first of all, it was a wonderful conversation. We couldn't understand, Miss, like we have crossed our time, but it was very interesting and a deep conversation. So thank you for inviting me. I hope we have added some value to the topic, and the people who have joined, they have understood the things which we were trying to communicate. Thank
Yes,
you. Thank you so much for
definitely.
having
I'll
me.
do that. Thank you so much, Prachi. Thank you. God bless you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.